Hello, everybody, and welcome to It Is Pizza Night. Let's take a bite. There's a loud clap there. Gave you guys all the clap. You're welcome. I'm Marty, your host as always, deliverer of really bad jokes like that one. Got another pizza this week. Boy, I keep clapping. I don't know why I'm doing this. Got a pizza this week. Another third-timer pizza. I thought this was going to be the second time reviewing this not the same pizza, but it's I'll show it to you right now. The Peps Drafthaus. Let me try and get it straight. It's the sausage and pepperoni toss. We'll get to that later. But what really intrigued me here was the thin crust on the label. The words thin crust, because this is the third time I've reviewed a Peps Drafthaus. It's frozen and it's freezing, so I'm going to put it down. I thought we had only done one. I remember the bacon cheeseburger. That was from like about a month ago. That got a 9.6. Then we also did, I think like 9 months ago, their double pepperoni. And I think that got an 8.4. It got a little bit lower than I thought it should have because the crust was a little thick on that one. I watched the review. So this is actually a thin crust version. And so I have high hopes for this. The only thing I don't like is putting the word toss in there. The sausage and pepperoni toss thin crust pizza. I mean, people have left comments saying, "Oh, you're angry guy's shtick," and it's not a shtick. Shit like this really does get me angry because why is it there? I know you toss a pizza, but I guess what really bugs me is I always think of these people in a meeting and like some jerk off marketing guy, and I don't blame him or her or whoever thought of this, said, "Hey, why don't we throw the word toss in and we'll give people imagery of pizza, tossing pizza." And whoever said, you know what, that is a great idea. They should have said, you come back with another idea like that, and you are fucking fired. But no, they approved it. So it's the sausage and pepperoni toss thin crust pizza. I don't know why I just couldn't call it the sausage and pepperoni thin crust pizza, but who am I to know? But I do have high hopes for it. Hopefully this is really thin crust, just the way I like it, as you all of you who have become regular viewers of this, and I thank all of you who do tune into this every week. Really do appreciate it. Okay, the oven is preheated. I couldn't do the fake box thing this time. We're gonna put this in the oven, cook it. You got to cook it for like 22 minutes. I'll probably cook it longer because as all of you know too that have been watching, I like my pizza extra well done. So I almost put up the wrong hand. Here is the right hand to be doing this. We will be back in 3, 2, and 1. We are back. Pizza looks fantastic. Another third time. That's a charm. I did want to say, I was going to say this in the introduction and then I forgot to say it. Somebody on Blue Sky that I follow, Rachel, I'm not sure how they're saying. I'll put her little profile picture up. Rachel suggested that we do RAOs, RAO apostrophe S. I thought we had done that in the past. We haven't, and I thought Schnucks sold them. I think they did. Maybe they were just out of stock. I couldn't find one at Schnucks. Didn't want to go to Hy-Vee, so we'll try and review that next week. Sorry, Rachel. We'll try and do that next week. She said that they like it better than the Screamin' Sicilian. So, okay, speaking of third-time pizzas, here it is out of the oven, cooked kind of unevenly, which is fine with me. I'll show you the part that I'll enjoy later. It's kind of hard. I'm still using a dining room chair. I got a new chair. I told you my desk chair is broken, but I haven't put it together yet. There it is. It looks fantastic. Again, I'll put a photo up that you can see it better. But it cooked a little unevenly, kind of hard to see, at least for me from here. But this side cooked a lot more than the other side. So for the sake of the review, I'll use a piece from this side. It's not cooked so crazy. Again, this chair, it's hard to scooch forward. Lots of problems here at the MBIP World Headquarters. Boy, this is heavy too. It's a thin crust, but there's a lot of toppings on this. Let me pick a slice to review here. I think we will go with this one here. Looks really good. And that crust is paper thin, but there is a ton of topping. That crust, it's hard for you to see, but it's paper thin. But the toppings, there's a ton of cheese. There's 2 different kinds of pepperoni, 2 kinds of sausage. Looks fantastic. What is it? It's pizza night. We're going to take a bite because I am starving like old Marvin. Wow. Right off the bat, look at that piece of sausage in there. Mmm. Lots of sauce, pepperonis. This is a flavorful, great pizza. I don't know if it's better than the Screaming Sicilian. Like I say, I'm going to have a pizza off. Mmm. Mmm. This is really good. The hot sauce, almost forgot it's chewy too because there's so much in there. We used Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce, got from Trisha this week. I've used it before, but it's pretty hot, so I'm not using a ton of it on there. Learned my lesson from the time I almost choked on camera. But back to the pizza. This is really, and thanks Trisha for the hot sauce. Really tasty, really, really good. Try the back crunch bite. Mmm. That is the best bite of the pizza, and that is fantastic. Crust is super thin and crispy. Yeah, this is, I'd say it's just as good as last week's pizza. Mmm. It might be better. One more bite here. Take it right. There's a big piece of sausage right there. Grab that. Mmm. One more back crunch. This is a big piece. I can't eat it all on camera. Mmm. Their other two were fantastic too. This is better. And they have a whole line of thin crust pizzas. And I looked on their website. They all have goofy names. The bacon cheeseburger was the bomber. I talked about that when my review of that. It's a terrace pizza. And this is the toss. What do they call them? Sausage pepperoni toss thin crust pizza. And I was thinking about that. The word toss, I think this is British. When British people say that he tossed off or he's a tosser, tossed off means masturbate. Tosser means an asshole. So it's not going to fly well in Britain. So this is the jerk off pizza. But anyway, really, really tasty and good. I'm going to have one more bite and then we will score it. Again, I keep saying I'm on a diet. I'll probably eat all this pizza. I might have to throw a couple slices away so I don't eat it all. Mmm. No sauce problem. In fact, the sauce has a nice flavor, works well with the hot sauce. That wing sauce isn't as hot as the other ghost pepper. Very good. Thanks again to Trisha. Actually, going to be seeing Trisha this week and my friend Moon. They've both been featured on this YouTube series before. We're going to give this a rating. Yeah, this is better than the other two Drafthaus ones that we had. I'll give it the same rating as I'm going to give this a 9.8. It's going to tie with the Screaming Sicilian. I don't know if I've ever given Butch's a 9.8. Now I'm starting to cough a little bit. Let me get a little tea here to close this thing out. 9.8, highly recommended. Pepperoni, sausage, jerk off, thin crust, Drafthaus, pizza. Really good. So again, thanks for tuning in this week. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great week. We're leading up to the old Christmas date here. I will do one more video before Christmas. So I don't know if I will. I'll get into that maybe next week. If I'm not going to, I'm taking a little bit of a break. I may make a video about that and put that up later on in the week. So anywho, have a great week, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's see if I can find the exit here. There we go. Have a great one, everybody.